Hi friends, if you'd like to see how I made this beautiful antipasto wreath, then stay tuned and watch the video. It did take quite a while to make, but everybody was blown away by it and they absolutely loved it. I will show you step by step. So the first thing you want to do is go to your local craft store and get a styrofoam green wreath form. This one was 15 inches across diameter. Then you want to grab yourself a styrofoam square block, and you can see the dimensions on the screen. That's the one I used. Then what I did was I covered the entire form with tinfoil. Front, back, sides, edges, everything. I just put tinfoil all over it and pressed it in very, made it all nice and formed around the entire ring. Then I just cut some cheese sticks that have pepperoni around it. I bought this from Aldi's. So some had pepperoni, some had prosciutto, and some had salami. I also bought regular salami and some other smoked salami pieces cut up, tomatoes, fresh mozzarella cheese. I got some olives, some square pieces of that was like a cheddar, white and yellow cheddar squares. I got some roasted red peppers, some artichokes. Also, I picked up some stuffed olives. One jar was stuffed with cheddar cheese and one jar was stuffed with feta. You can just really pick up whatever you want. I have some black olives. And so between all of this stuff is what I'm actually going to be putting all over the wreath. Now the base of the wreath, what it's going to be sitting on, I covered that with tinfoil and then some ribbon. And I'll show you how I'm going to adhere it later, and it stayed absolutely perfect. Didn't fall over, didn't wobble, didn't do anything. It was so secure. I was so excited. So what I'm doing is I just cut those mozzarella sticks that have the meats around it that I purchased from Aldi's, and I'm just going to put them all around the whole entire wreath. So I cut one stick actually into thirds, and I'm just going to take a toothpick and put them all around, and that's what I did. Then as you can see, I took the cheese and I put all the little pieces of cheese all in the center. And now I'm going around and I'm putting in some cherry tomatoes. So I'm trying to do it like uniform. However I do, I want to make sure it goes around the whole entire wreath. And I forgot to buy my gloves. So you really should be doing this with gloves. But every time I would put like maybe 10 pieces on, shut the camera off, go wash my hands, dry them again. My hands were so raw by the end of it from washing them so many times, but you really do want to do this with gloves on. Especially for a party or something. That's why I just kept washing and drying. I almost went through a whole roll of paper towels. So after I did the tomatoes, then I went more into the center with half pieces of mozzarella cheese and that round piece of salami. I went around and did all that. Then I put some black olives just on top of the tomatoes. Like every other tomato, I put a black olive on top of a tomato. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going into the center, sticking outwards and going around with the stuffed olives. I put that one a little too low. I wanted it up more. So I just continue to go around and around the whole inside. It does take quite a while to get this done, but it was worth it because it came out so nice. And you do want to use the round toothpicks, not the flat ones, because the round ones actually are sturdier. And it does push in the styrofoam very easily, and it stays in place. So again, you just want to keep going around. However you start, that's how you want to just continue around the whole entire wreath. So now it was getting a little too hard to do it while it was sitting on the counter. It was getting a little too heavy. So now I'm just taking some hot glue. And this is a high temperature hot glue gun. Very, very hot. I do burn my finger very badly with it later. So now I'm just picking up the wreath. And I'm putting it on. Right there in the center. And I have skewers that I'm just poking on the inside of the wreath and putting it straight into all the way down into the box. So you just want to get it halfway pushed in, and then take a mallet or a hammer and bang it the rest of the way. Now I do this probably about 6 or 7 times. That's how many I secured it with. So I just kept putting skewers in and banging them down. And it just held it. And plus with that hot glue, it just held it so wonderfully in place. So I think I put like another 5 or 6. Like I put a lot. So now this is just, I'm adding more stuff. I added some rolled up salami on the inside. I put more olives all around the top. The whole entire top edge. I just kept putting salami and more pepperoni and more tomatoes and more mozzarella cheese, until the whole entire thing was full. So now, this is actually where I burned myself, so this was not fun. But I just took ribbon and I put hot glue. See, there, I burnt myself. The hot glue got on my finger, so I'm trying to peel it off. And it was actually taking my skin off with it. So you can't tell, but I'm in pain. So I'm just holding that on. See, I'm trying to get it off my one finger. It was kind of off camera, but yeah, it was burning. I had a big, gigantic blister after that. So be very careful when you work with your hot glue. Especially a high temp hot glue gun. Because it is not fun when you get burned. So I just get the bow nice and centered on there. And then after I'm done trying to tend to my finger, I was basically done. That was it, putting the bow on the front. But I know I only showed putting 2 of the skewers on the inside and putting them right through the styrofoam, but I actually put about 6 or 7. It just held it so well. Like, you could pick it up and move it everywhere, and it wasn't wobbling. It wasn't doing anything. It was so sturdy. So that's how you want to do it. I think I'm trying to peel the hot glue. Oh, see, I'm showing my finger. Yeah, it was a big blister. So that was not fun. So Yeah, so that's how you do it. It's that easy. Cover both pieces with foil, and then just start putting everything on with toothpicks. Whatever you want. You could just do one with all mozzarella balls and tomatoes and basil leaves. You could put whatever you want on yours. You don't have to do it like mine. Just be creative, be inventive, and whatever you want to put on it. But I've never seen an antipasto wreath before. And when I went into the store to buy the cone-shaped styrofoam, because I wanted to do the Christmas tree, I looked in so many stores and couldn't find it, so I came up with this. And I'm glad I did, because look how beautiful it came out, you guys. So, 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 so pretty. And look at all that stuff on it. It's packed. Roasted red peppers. I did buy yellow banana peppers, but I forgot to put them on. I found the jar, like, later on. But look how pretty. Everybody flipped out. It was like this. You can make it the centerpiece of your what do you call it? Of your table with all your appetizers on it. What a beautiful centerpiece in the middle. And look at that, guys. Just absolutely so pretty. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscription button and please hit that notification bell so you know when I have my next video coming up. Everybody have a wonderful New Year's, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.